Hello everybody and welcome. This is MFL Total Access. That's Terry Babelis. This is Will Power, and we got a great show for y'all.
Fins up or fins down?
Fins up. Don't worry about it. Look, Skylar Thompson's going to learn the playbook. He's going to come in week 6 and beat the Minnesota Vikings. Dolphins fans were good. Hopefully never.
And Tua?
Week 8.
Week 8?
Trust. Bro, trust. It's a small bruise.
So
He's
they changed the protocol, eh?
Yeah, no, he's okay.
Did you see our boy Mario was at the Jets game?
I did.
He chose the right game to go to.
Did he ever? Oh my gosh. He was going nuts in the game.
Did the Jets ever put up 40 points in his lifetime?
Mario, congrats, bro. I beat the Dolphins. What am I going to tell you? Of course, it's the Dolphins thing to do to let the Jets score 40 points.
But didn't they have a good-ish defense?
Who?
The Dolphins.
Yeah, supposedly. But yesterday, I think they thought they were playing MFL. They weren't tackling. They were pulling flags, this and that, and they were watching guys score for touchdowns.
Well, even MFL, really 17 points is not a lot, no?
No, that is true. But
especially when a team flips those over and scores 71.
Good segue. We're going to jump into that right away?
Nah.
Okay, good call.
We got a lot of ref questions this week, so I thought we could make a ref segment.
Okay.
It's been a while we didn't do one of those.
But you must be, I won't say it live, but you must be really excited about that.
I mean, this is probably the part of the show people skip.
Oh yeah, fast forward. Yeah, it's true.
But it's also test your knowledge.
Yeah.
Quick questions. I'll ask you the question, you give me the answer in your words, and then I'll give the correct answer.
You're going to ask me? Okay.
Well, you should know the answer to these.
Yeah.
I mean, I really hope you know the answer to these.
Yeah, of course you know the answer to these.
Okay, so let's say we'll go double quarterback, right?
Yes.
I'm the initial quarterback?
Yes.
You drop back?
Yes.
I throw you a lateral pass?
Correct.
You drop it?
Yes.
Where's the ball spotted?
What?
The next play?
Yeah.
Where's the ball going to be down?
Where the quarterback threw it, the initial quarterback.
Correct.
Yeah.
On a muff snap?
Yeah.
There's no loss of yardage?
Right.
And let's say I throw you the lateral.
Yeah.
You catch it.
Yeah.
And then someone's coming up to you, you get scared, and you drop the ball. Where's the ball spotted then?
Where I dropped the ball.
100%.
Yeah.
Not where the ball hits the ground. Where you were when you last had possession.
Okay, right. Because let's say I threw it and it hits off my head and goes 5 yards back.
If you what?
Like how?
Oh, if I throw it, yeah. Let's say you're behind me, like 1
Yeah.
yard behind me, and I throw it like 10 yards behind you because I suck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be where I was.
Right. Exactly.
It's basically where the last person who had possession with the ball. That's why on a muff snap, the last person who technically had possession was a center. That's why there's no loss of yardage, and it's not where the ball hits the ground. It's a loss of down, no yards.
So that's why when Jaff always snaps over Steve's head, it goes back to where Jaff snapped.
Exactly.
It. Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you're doing double quarterback and the guy throws it way behind the second quarterback, it's going to be where the initial quarterback threw the ball.
Got you.
Make sense?
Yep.
Perfect.
That was easy, bro.
Very easy. I got a lot of questions asked. What's the difference between unnecessary contact and necessary roughness?
Yes.
And is there a line that, like, as officials we draw, or is it like black on white? Okay, that means it's roughness, or that means it's contact.
That's a good question.
It's a good question.
I struggle with that too as a ref.
That's normal.
Thank you. But the difference is 5 and 10 yards, right?
They're both an automatic first down.
Right.
And like you said, the difference is 5 and 10 yards.
Right.
But the roughness also comes with a warning that if you get a second one in the game, it's an automatic ejection.
Okay, got you. It's like a yellow card.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, unnecessary roughness on its own could also entail an ejection right away off the spot. If
if it's
let's say you punch someone in the face.
Right.
It would be unnecessary roughness and you'll be out of the game. But
it's a little harsh.
How would you go about evaluating if there was... Because it's a non-contact sport, so like even the slightest push or like small contact, it'll be necessary contact. And how do you go about saying, okay, now it's roughness?
Roughness? To me, roughness is... I don't think we have it in the MFL, but it'd be obviously intent to injure.
Yeah.
And recklessness. I think if a play is reckless and you're not controlling your body and you're saying, okay, I'm going to make this play and if I hurt someone, that's roughness.
That's the key word I tell the refs, reckless. If you think the play was reckless, that's unnecessary roughness.
Right.
And it's much more severe because of the warning, because the second one you're out of the game. It's also 10 yards. And yeah, so good job, Willie, so far. 2 for 2.
Don't call me Mr. Ref for nothing.
So we're good with those. Last one.
Another one?
Yeah, last one.
Okay.
I mean, unless you have more. Do you have any more ref questions?
I'll quiz you after.
If you guys have any ref questions, feel free to send them over. We'll talk about them on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hear a lot about a toe drag versus a player on his toes and then the heel comes down.
Right.
Right? And that's the same rule as in the NFL
Yes.
and NCAA, and I think maybe in CFL it's a little weird. So what's defined as a catch with the feet, in your opinion? How would you go about explaining it to someone?
Okay, so I think an example is what happened in the Randoms game where Jaff was reffing. I don't know if you heard of it, but basically what happens is, I remember John explained this to me once, that, for example, if the back of the end zone is here and I make a catch, like, and my butt is towards the back of the end zone and my feet are like this, and then they see this for an hour, but eventually drop back out of bounds, it's incomplete.
Yes.
But if I was facing the other way, and I catch like this and keep my feet in, and then I go out of bounds as a catch.
Yes.
So I guess to answer your question...
You understand the rule, but you don't know the explanation to
exactly.
it. Okay, so basically, I'll give like the explanation by the rule book, like the way John wrote in the rule book, because it's really well written.
Okay.
And then I'll explain it in our own words.
Okay, like in English.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a foot is defined as the part of the foot that was touching the ground when contact with the out of bounds area occurs.
Okay.
So basically, if you're toe dragging, and your foot's up in the air and the toe touches the line,
yes,
your foot is defined as the part of the foot that's touching the line. So it's only your toes in this point. Your toes were in prior to touching the line.
Okay.
You were in, it's a catch.
Right.
If your heel if you're on your tippy toes and then your heel comes down the line,
yes,
your foot is defined as the whole foot. Because your foot is defined as your foot is defined as the foot when you come in contact with the out of bounds line. Once your heel comes down, your whole foot is down. Okay. The whole foot is your foot.
Right.
You're touching the out of bounds line.
Yeah.
You're not in.
Incomplete.
Got it?
Got it.
Is that simple enough? Or you got to be explaining?
No, that was actually pretty good. Okay. Surprised I got that so quickly.
And those are the two examples we kind of give. Like the toe drag, you're in.
Yes.
The catching with your toes up. Heel down, you're out.
Yeah.
That's why you see people like when they're, like you said, their butts facing the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
The toe tap. Like they're on their toes and then they just jump out.
And that's good.
That's good because the last part of your foot that was in was just your toes. Your foot's defined just as the toes. That part is in.
Perfect.
So now you understand it.
Yeah. I mean, I did before, but now I understand it.
I mean, you were right in, you understood why, but you didn't have the explanation behind it.
I got 100% on my test. A++. A++.
Did you even do the ref test?
Oh, no, I meant the test you just gave me. No, I don't have time to do ref test, bro. Come on now.
Any other questions? Anything else we should clarify?
If anything, I'll think about it on air. But yeah, let's see if next game... Be
nice to the refs, even if they're wrong.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough. Like, a lot of these refs are new, and sometimes, other players give refs a hard time. Yeah. Kevin there, but I mean, yeah.
And I feel as a ref, you should be more respectful to the refs because you know how hard of a job it is. Mm-hmm. Like, it's an extremely difficult job. And we need them. Without the refs, there's no games. We're going to be doing pickup games, right?
Yep, for sure. And look, I think there's times in the MFL where it gets heated and, like, there's a big play, but I think for the most part, like, the refs seem to be generally respected by the players. Yeah. For the most part.
So do we start with that 71-point game?
For real. For those of you who don't know what we're referring to, the Outlaws put up 71 points this weekend against the Centurions, who scored 46.
Yeah, who scored 46. Normally you score 46, I'd say 9 times out of 10 you win that game. Like 9 times out of 10, right? Like at least. If we look at every team that put up 46, it's probably 90% winning percentage.
I'd say even
But then
more.
If you're paying the Outlaws, it probably drops like 20.
For real. So Steve had a Madden-like performance in this game. Passing for 10 touchdowns, I believe.
411 yards.
35 completions.
On 38 attempts. There was 3 passes that went incomplete. 1 got intercepted, 2 other ones that went incomplete in the whole game.
And 4 of those touchdowns going to Dave Gotukovsky. Not a guy that we talk about a lot on this Outlaws team, but a guy, Terry, we talk about it even outside of MFL, that when he's feeling it, feeling it. He's a great D1 receiver. So really proud to see him get going in this one.
I saw he had a couple of 45-yard bombs, and I thought it was like, well, I said bomb because I saw 45-yard touchdowns.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bomb or like a straight through or like, and then Jack tells me, no, he literally caught a 1-yard slant and just like...
He was doing the salsa on defenders.
Yeah. Smoot 11 catches, 109 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then Jaff, Marvin, Svetna each with a touchdown in this game. Not to say that like Archambault and the Centurions didn't put off crazy like stats, right? He had 5 touchdowns, unfortunately 4 picks. Simon Pierre Lafernière 7 for 116, 3 touchdowns, 1-point convert, 2-point convert. Xavier Collette over 100 yards. Francis, the rusher, who isn't really one of the top receivers in the team, 100 yards as well, a touchdown in this game. Like everyone put up Madden like stats, right?
Yeah, for real. It was
Smoot and Marvin, a pair of interceptions. Dave also filling in at the rusher position, getting 2 sacks.
I think everyone balled out in this game for both teams. Big win for Outlaws. They stay in the fight for first place. Big loss for Centurions, right? Because they're kind of fighting for their playoff lives. Look, for Centurions, it's been the same problem they've had, in past seasons and this season too, with roster inconsistencies. Yeah. Where like Yvonne's not playing in this game. He's arguably their best player. And they did seem to have the majority of their players in this game. But when you're 5 and you're getting a sub to be 6 and your sub gets injured, this is exactly what's going to happen. So for Centurion...
Props to Outlaws who played 5-on-5.
Yes, exactly. Good stuff.
You would think they played 7-on-4 with the score, right?
For real. But no, props. Good sportsmanship there by by the Outlaws. But yeah, no, for Centurions, Terry, guys just got to show up. Like I think it's as simple as that. Just call a spade. And Archambault is a good enough QB to ball out with any receiver he has, but obviously the more chemistry you have with the receivers, the easier it is.
4 interceptions are a little surprising.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's probably what distanced them in this game, but I would say that that's pretty not Archambault-like, right?
And maybe that's because he's throwing to guys he doesn't know.
Maybe. With Outlaws having a bye, with Holy Trollers having a bye this week, and Outlaws winning this big, does this like really propel Outlaws like number 1 in the power rankings and officially the team to beat? Not even 1A, 1B, and just solid 1?
No, I think it's 1A, 1B.
Still 1A, 1B?
Yeah, I think
but
it's
Outlaws
1A, 1B.
are the 1A right now?
I say Outlaws are the 1A because, they're on fire and with the momentum they have. Trollers are 1B. I don't think you can knock a team off for not playing. They do have the same record, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they will play
Outlaws
again.
have the head-to-head.
Yeah, they have the head-to-head, so they will play later on in the season. But no, I think like right now the 2 teams to beat are Outlaws and Holy Trollers. And yeah, I'd say it's 1A, 1B.
Okay. And then another big win for Gros Coq, who are tied now with A-Team.
Yeah.
A-Team really had a chance to distance themselves.
What a massive win.
And take that 3 seed and not really look a little bit back, but like just from time to time.
Yeah.
Now they're like looking side to side, basically, right?
They're neck and neck. Both teams sitting at 3 and 4 now. Big win by Gros Coq. Not surprised Gros Coq won this game. I did pick 18 though, but surprised at the score.
I picked Gros Coq.
You did pick Gros Coq. Mm-hmm. For A-Team in this game, there seemed to be a few drops. Mrs. Simon's on defense, and
did you see any of this game?
I saw bits and pieces.
Did you see the Outlaws game?
No, I was roughing at the time. But yeah, the only plays I really saw from the 18 game was they had a few drops in that one, and Dom being able to buy time and hit his receivers there. Good ball distribution. You have 1 guy with 2 touchdowns. You have 3 other guys with 2 TDs, and it was a game that Gros Coq needed and that they won. And you would think that
Dom didn't rush in this game, eh?
It's true, eh? I guess he rushed behind the line of scrimmage, bought time. Yeah. But you would think that with the height of A-Team, that they would match up fairly well against Gros Coq, just like with Outlaws
We've
too,
been
right?
saying this almost for like about every team that plays Gros Coq, and it's not the case, right?
No, it just doesn't seem to be the case.
Like, it's a great group of ballers. Like, they know how to play football, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I guess it's them using their speed, using their smarts, using their athleticism, and their the fact that they're younger than A-Team to their advantage.
Shout out to Nicolas Paquin, 4 sacks in this game. Our boy Vince throwing a touchdown pass in this game.
Damn.
But yeah, 47-20. I'm shocked to see that game was not closer, right?
Yeah. More troublesome for A-Team or big win for Gros Coq?
Oh, man. Like, look, A-Team's won 1 out of their 4 last games.
Yeah.
And I think that's since Dave got injured. They were 2-1 when Dave got injured. They're 3-4 right now. Their only win came against Iron Wolves, who they demolished. And then winning by 40 against Iron Wolves, I get that you could win, lose any game. But, like, losing by 3 possessions to even 4 possessions to Gros Coq, like, that's really shocking. I'm a little worried for A-Team, but, like in my mind, Gros Coq are a playoff team, whereas A-Team are fighting for a playoff spot.
Okay.
That's the way I saw it throughout middle of this, like, when Dave got injured up until now. So I'm not shocked that Gros Coq won the game. I'm just shocked in the way they won the game. Yeah,
me too.
Like, look, they both have 3 games left.
Yeah.
Gros Coq are playing Trollers twice and Iron Wolves once. It's not going to be easy.
No.
A-Team got Outlaws, Centurions, and Iron Wolves. Like, it's going to come down to the end. Like, Gros Coq and A-Team both have the exact same record, but they have the exact same number of wins as Centurions and the same number of losses as Iron Wolves.
Right.
So, like, both those teams are only half a game away from them, right?
For sure. And it's kind of tough to judge the signings right now because Centurions have played 8 games while we've played 6, right, with Iron Wolves.
Yeah, I really think Centurions are the team that's the most in trouble right now.
Okay.
Having played that extra game.
Even more than you would say Iron Wolves in last place.
Yes, Iron Wolves have like the game in hand over everyone else and 2 games in hand over Centurions.
Yeah.
And Iron Wolves are playing Centurions, right? So like
that's true. Yeah, I guess to answer my own question, I think I'm a tad bit worried about A-Team, but I think this is a more impressive one by Gros Coq there. There have been times this year where we have, I don't want to say counted them out, but have been said this is not the Gros Coq team of old, the team we remember. Look, their record is not pretty at 3-4, but they did what they needed to do in this game. I think for me this is a statement game by them saying like, we're here and we're here for the running. Not only are we a playoff team, but we're a team that has championship aspirations, and I think they showed that in this game.
It's fun to see a much tighter Division 1 from 1 to 6. Like usually at this point in the season, like I think the last 4 seasons, you'd have one team that was winless and like one team that was undefeated and like one team that only had 1 loss, that undefeated team, right?
Yeah.
So
Touché.
Division 2?
D2, let's get it.
What do you want to start with?
Let's start with our game. We had there's 3 games in Division 2, 2 of them really close. One of them being the Thunder Buddies Jagerbomb game.
Crazy to see that game and the Nice Cities game. Those 2 games total by 3
point difference. Yeah. 44-42 victory for Thunder Buddies over Jagerbomb. Whenever these 2 teams play, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a shootout. A lot of...
Someone told me to ask you, did you find Jeff's hands? No?
No.
Better find them before tomorrow.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But no, I think they're still MIA, if you know what I mean. But no, we're Thunder Buddies have picked up the slack. Look, that's football. It's team sport. Some guys are going to have rough games. It's up to the teammates to pick them up. But a really fun game, Jagerbomb Thunder Buddies. I think the exact game you expected. A high-scoring game, a close game. Jagerbomb in this game playing well.
Started off fairly slow, though. It was just 6-6 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yes, so then
there were like 1,000 points scored.
There was an interception. Jagerbomb threw a pick in the red zone. They marched on the field. Then there was a turnover on downs for Thunder Buddies, and then there was an explosion like late in the first half.
Were both of Simon's picks in the red zone?
No, one of them was in the red zone, and the other one was the last play of the game. The last play of the game, which was at midfield.
He only threw 2 picks all season. Now he threw 2 in this game. Both quarterbacks going for over 300 yards. Throwing over 40 passes each. Simon completing 27, Steve 34. Both quarterbacks 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Wow. Felix Fontaine-Larouche, isn't he a baller?
Yeah.
10 for 119, 3 touchdowns. I don't know who Kevin Marcel Cardinal is, but he also seems like a baller. 547 and 2 touchdowns. You know who he is?
Speedster.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Absolute speedster.
Louis Mathieu Dufault, 8 for 76, 2 touchdowns. They were missing GF in this game.
Yeah, they were.
And you would think that in a 2-point game, he could make a difference, right?
For sure. Definitely.
On our end, no one went over 100 yards. Great ball distribution.
No.
I believe everyone had a catch except for you, very close to the end of the first half. And then you had 3 catches on one drive.
Yes.
Because I was following the play-by-play.
Right.
The stats.
That's true. I didn't get a catch on the first drive. And yeah, the second drive I subbed off.
Ryan McSweeney, 2 catches, making them count those 2 big touchdowns with those 2 catches. Rob White and Dave with a pair of touchdowns each. But I think everyone was saying the play of the game was Manu's interception at the end to seal it off.
What happened is we were great time management by Steve. We were down by a score. We go and score to make it 44-42 for us. So we were down by 4. We scored to make it a 2-point lead for Thunder Buddies. And then after that, Manu looks at us and says, guys, we need the interception. Let's go freaking.
Did they have any timeouts left with 1 minute left?
I believe they had 2. I think they called both of them. And yeah, it seemed to be like a backside hook that Simon saw, and Manu just undercut that, like read it like a book, and picked it off. And I love that. He said we need to make a play. He put the team on his back. He made a play for the defense. Not only is he a freaking great teammate, but he's a baller too. And it was similar to like the Malcolm Butler interception in the Super Bowl, because he like saw it, boom, trust his gut, undercut it, and great. Surprisingly that the play ends defensively in such a high scoring game.
Well, I mean, it's a great time management, Steve, but they had enough time to march the field and score, no?
They did, but Steve could not have chewed off more clock.
Okay.
Yeah, like there was no time. Like
gotcha.
Yeah.
And
that was battle for first place.
And these guys meet again last game of the season.
Yep.
So that's gonna be maybe a finals preview, eh?
Never know.
Maybe one of these 2 teams have something to say about that, though. Nice Cities Red Raiders.
So this game, I was playing at the same time.
So I'll tell you what I saw.
Yeah.
I think 5 minutes in the game, Chris he was 6 for 6 for 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had a perfect game at one point in this game, and then he ended up throwing 3 interceptions later.
Nice Cities were up 18-0?
Yeah, Nice Cities were up 18-0.
I did not know that.
8 minutes in, and Chris had not thrown an incompletion.
Oh my goodness.
I think they had a couple of short fields there, because you're looking at this, and Chris and Mike both combined for 7 touchdowns. I know they're both great defenses, but I do think these quarterbacks should not have thrown a total of 7 interceptions. Did I say touchdowns? I meant interceptions.
Yeah, you said, I got you. You're all making mistakes.
You didn't really say anything, so get to have me. So, Andrew getting 2 picks off his boy Chris.
And he told me he wasn't going to play.
Well, we hear that a lot from players that play in this game, eh?
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
Chris getting 2 interceptions. Big Ben Le Petit getting 2 interceptions as well.
My man, let's go. A freaking stud. Strap.
Yeah, I didn't see this game, but very back and forth game. Crazy to think that Nice Cities were up 18-0, and this game slips away from their hands, right? They were up 18-0. Red Raiders scored 27 unanswered. Take a 27-18 lead.
Yeah.
Then Nice Cities march back to regain the lead 32-27.
Yeah.
Scoring 15 unanswered, I believe. 14 unanswered.
Yeah.
And then the final minute, Mike Roy to Dylan Daou for 3 yards, touchdown, game over.
Let me tell you, the emotions in this game were running high. It was a lot of guys who had played together, right? Andrew playing with Chris before, and Dylan playing with Chris. And it was a fun game.
When did Dylan play with Chris?
Well, we need a team.
That one game?
Yeah, maybe 2. But yeah, super fun. I was playing in the game with Thunderbirds at the time, but you could hear all the yelling and the intensity there. Nice Cities had a chance last play of the game to double quarterback. Was no good. Huge win by Red Raiders.
How many yards out were they?
I have to say about 12, 13,
okay,
if I'm just estimating. But Terry, you talked about it last week. Nice Cities in trouble, and I think after this loss now, they're on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
And their schedule does not get any better. They got Thunder Buddies. Doesn't get any easier. They got Thunder Buddies next week.
Mike really escaping away with a win in this one, throwing 4 picks, right?
Yeah, for real.
I think he found his new top receiver with Dylan, 12 for 99, 3 touchdowns.
And you look at Dylan, he doesn't have much speed. He's not the quickest, but he has sure hands. He runs good routes.
He knows how to get open.
And he's very good at boxing on his defenders.
Yeah.
12 catches in this game.
I'm shocked to see ex-receiver of the year, Dominic Splisosek, not having more of an impact in this game, right? And even on the season, only 7 catches in 4 games for Mike. He was Mike's boy on Red Zone, right? Like, he had finished the season with 700 yards, 80 catches in 9 games.
Yeah.
Had 12 touchdowns.
I think that's a testament to the new toys that this team has, right? They got Andrew, they got Dylan, they got Dev, they got Jerome. Yeah. Those are all ballers. But I think that, this team is deep, and you're going to have to get Dom going if they want to make a run in the playoffs.
So since you love these kind of questions, bigger win for Red Raiders or bigger loss for NICDs?
Definitely a loss for NICDs.
NICDs are sitting at 4-4 right now.
Especially after being up 18-zip. It's a game you cannot let it go away
if
from
they
you.
do not make the playoffs this year, that's definitely a game looking back on, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And now Red Raiders sitting at 4-3. Town beating Spritz Gang sitting at 4-3.
Yeah.
Let's see the matchups next week. So Red Raiders have a big game against Marvels.
Don't count
NICDs have a huge game against Thunder Buddies that they absolutely need to win, right?
Yes. And I wouldn't be surprised. Look, this is any team in Division 2 can win, but I don't want to say the season's over if NICDs lose, but the season may be over if NICDs lose.
Well, let's see who Red Raiders are playing.
Not even Red Raiders. I think Marvels too.
It's gonna be tough for Marvels, man.
It will.
Right now, NICDs have a much better chance of making the playoffs than Marvels.
Yes, agreed. Marvels have Red Raiders. Which schedules you pull up?
I didn't pull up schedule.
Okay, so they got the Red Raiders next week. Then they got Thunder Buddies and they got Spritz Gang. Marvels do. Week 9, 10, 11. So if I were to ask you the same question as I did last week.
Yeah.
You said that who'd be out of the playoffs?
Who did I say?
Red Raiders. Because you said it was going to stay. Yeah, you did. Surprisingly, you did. You said it was going to stay the same as it was last week. So if we look at last week's standings, it was Red Raiders that were the outside looking in.
I'm not sure if it was Red Raiders or Town
Island.
Yeah. Yes,
okay, are NICDs going to make the playoffs?
If I had to say right now, I'd say the 4 teams that are in right now are going to make the playoffs.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, you got some.
Thanks.
Division 3?
Division 3, big win by 10 out. Spritz Gang putting up 13 points.
Was that season high?
Maybe.
Let's talk about that heartbreaker that you were crying about.
Oh, man.
Master Chiefs, Idaho. What a game, eh?
This was a crazy game. To quote Mike Jazz after the game, even in the loss, he said it was the most fun game he's ever played.
I don't believe that shit.
In flag football, well, you just called Mike a liar, and that's not very nice.
No, I believe that he said that and he meant it, but I can't believe that in a loss he could say it's the most fun game he ever played. I can't believe that will ever be the case for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I guess you think Mike is just a liar. But 43-38, Idaho in this game. Back and forth game. Terry, this game had everything. It had
you throwing 3 picks to Jerome.
To Jerome?
Again.
Yeah, 100%. Because I think it's just that the Iron Wolves connection that I see Jerome and let's get those catches. But no, Jerome crazy
But Brady
defender.
threw 4 picks.
So this game had picks. This game had sacks. This game had long bombs. This game had chirping. This game had guys getting ejected. This was a super fun game. Let me just tell you that I think this game was on pace the first 8 minutes to go for 13 interceptions. So Brady throws 3 picks in the first 7 minutes of this game.
The first points were scored after 11 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys were up 13-0.
We were up 13-0.
Wow, sounds like a choke, eh?
Well, thanks, bro. But yeah, so Master Chiefs were up 13-0, like you said. But yes, as I was saying, those interceptions left and right, and then I think both of us settled down at the quarterback position.
They won the game on the last play?
Yeah, it was last play of the game.
You couldn't clutch up, man.
But I think that if it was incomplete, they would have had, like, the last play was the convert. Like, so they would have had another play.
So still, like...
No, it still was the last play of the game, and it was a clutch.
And they only had 30 seconds to march the field.
Jason Edwards having 4 catches in this game for 4 TDs, only 23 yards, but for fantasy owners, that's a pretty big...
Were you on the field for the last drive?
Yeah, I didn't sub once.
How many guys were you?
6. Oh, total, we were 10.
You thought I meant how many guys?
Yeah.
You guys were 10 guys and you didn't sub once?
No.
It's not fair.
Oh, well, what can I say? Bro, mind your own business, bro. So... You got me off track now. Yes, so as I was trying to say for like the 8th time, this game was on pace for interceptions galore. There was like more picks than there was completions in this game at first. And then Brady settled down. He was smart with his play calls. He was hitting Daniels, his snapper, consistently. And it was like 3-4 yards, but it was moving down the field. And then credit him because he did not have a great game, but push came to shove. He was threading the needle down. That last throw to Jason Edwards was an absolute dime. Split both Ryan McSweeney and myself. Great catch by Edwards. Strong hands in the back of the end zone. This was a freaking fun game, Terry. And I'm really excited to play these guys again the last week of the season. I hope it's a championship preview, even though I feel like...
Holy shit, I get why Mike Jazz said that. He had 16 catches in this game.
Yeah, so...
No wonder it was his funnest game ever.
Bro, Terry,
it must be more than double the most catches you've had before that.
It was nuts.
Bro.
I think once he had 11 catches in our previous game.
Okay, 16 for 91 and a 1-point convert. Wow.
And he was getting open, and it was...
He must have been.
But he was getting open, and there were times where he wasn't open, and I would throw it to a spot, and he'd make the catch.
No wonder he didn't make you sub off. Okay.
Yeah, bro. He's like, bro, we'll stay. It's like, I could talk about this game for much longer than I have been, but I'm
props
excited.
to Brady, props to Idaho.
100%.
Winning a game when you throw 4 picks just goes to show how the team knows how to win, right? Like, as much as, like, you do not want to win that way, what does Mama always say?
An ugly win's better than a pretty loss. Got you, Mama. But, yeah, a lot of points scored in this game, and the way the game started, I wouldn't be surprised if the score finished 7-6. But like I said, I was able to settle down a little bit. Defense helped us out there. And, I look forward to the rematch. Good stuff, Idaho. Big win. Now they're in first place.
Yes, they are.
And big because the top 2 teams get a bye, right, in Division 3. So Idaho, I don't want to say as guaranteed a bye now, but they're sitting pretty there at number 1.
Yeah, they're sitting really pretty.
We're lucky that Ben lost, but...
I don't understand that game. That Ben got destroyed.
Let's jump into it right now. So I looked... This is no word of a lie. I saw 4 plays in this game. How many?
4.
3 of the plays were an interception by Chris.
Really?
It was like I would look over... Chris picked it off. And it was like, then I checked the stats in this game, and I saw that it was a lot of Chris picking it off. You got 3 picks in the game. Dave Michaud throwing 4. Surprising to me. I know that Ben had subs, but when you hit a sub like Ryan McSweeney, that's a good enough sub in any division. Yeah. Iggy getting a pick 6 in this game. Iggy having a great game statistically, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick.
This is a huge finals, right?
Like,
because they're kind of up and down, and a little more down, especially after John's injury. But now, like, sitting at 4-3, very comfortably in the 4 seed. 3 straight wins for them right after starting the season 1-3.
Yeah.
Scoring 40 points 3 games in a row.
Like, is this the hottest team in D3?
I'd say.
It's hard to argue that.
2-3, like,
yeah,
it's hard to say more than Idaho right now.
Right, for sure.
But I definitely say this team can win the championship right now, right?
Yes,
which we probably weren't saying a couple of weeks ago.
Well said.
Look at the score of Double Dippers Invictus. I didn't see the game, but like, how up and down are Double Dippers? It's annoying, no?
It varied. So in this game, Invictus, I believe they had subs. Oh, well, what happened was Invictus came late.
Yeah, I saw they were spotted 12 points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Double Dippers were spotted the points, but 12 points doesn't win you a game.
No.
Leon went out there, balled out. Defensively, they played well.
Yeah.
This is the Double Dippers.
9 a.m. game.
These were the Double Dippers I was expecting from the beginning
of
the
season.
When
you look at the standings, it's crazy that they only have 3 freaking wins in 8 games.
I know, but I'm surprised and I'm not surprised, Terry, because of how up and down they are.
And another team that's up and down, Les Panaches, after freaking destroying Double Dippers, not being able to beat the Raw Sauce, this would have put them in a playoff position. And like, in a steady playoff position. Had Panache won this game, they would have been a full game up, right?
Massive win by Raw Sauce.
Rob White filling in.
Gab Boucher in this game, 100 receiving yards, putting the team on his back. And this was, think about it. If they lose this game, Raw Sauce, they're 1-6. Panache is 3-5, right?
Yeah.
They're 2 games out of a playoff spot with Panache having the head-to-head.
Yeah.
Now they're 2-5, 2-5.
Yeah, essentially would have clinched at that point.
Literally. If Raw Sauce loses this game, it's bye-bye Charlie.
Yeah. Division 4?
Div 4.
So what happened in Division 4?
Div 4. Let's see. Cyclones, Phoenix, Airborne.
Did you see any games? Did you ref any games?
I have to talk about this game.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw, Terry, the play-by-play.
No.
Airborne against Idaho Ida Pimps. Go check the play-by-play now.
Like a play-by-play is long. What do you want
very, very end. Idaho is losing the game.
I went into like triple overtime.
Yes. It was 26-24.
Wait, Brady threw?
Yeah, I was surprised too. 26-24 in this game for Airborne. All right? Idaho goes for a 2-point conversion. They don't get it. There's 20 seconds remaining. And Idaho gets a sack for safety.
Sorry, I was looking at... Start over?
26-24.
Yeah.
For Airborne. Okay?
Yeah.
Idaho had just scored. Idaho goes for 2. They don't get it.
So they're down 2.
Down 2. Very next play, they get a safety with 20 seconds left.
What did Ryan do?
Apparently, it was a trick play.
Why would you do that?
I'm not sure.
No, but like if I asked you and you put yourself in the shoes where you have to give me an explanation.
For me, I think they thought the game was over and they're trying something. I can't. And then
they end up losing
in overtime. Huge loss for them.
Well, props to James Newman for getting that safety.
Yes, I could just imagine how nuts they were going after that. When this game was played at La Bear, so I did not see any of it. But yeah, Terry, 26-24. You think you had the game in the bag, and then, like you said, Newman gets the safety, and then
and who gets the game winner? Your boy.
You know, I spoke to him last week, and he's like, "Bro, you got to get my name right." But he's like,
well, he said, like in the comments, he had said something like, "Get my name right." Then Brady said like, "I want them to say it like this," and he said "same." So it was a little like misleading.
Yeah. Even at the field, like I wasn't sure.
He's saying he wants to get it right, but he doesn't actually want us to get it right.
You know,
but I thought we were getting it right.
Yeah, of course I'm getting. I never get anything
wrong.
Did
he pronounce his name to you at the field?
He did.
And how did he say it?
He pronounced it incorrectly. I pronounced it correctly. But do you know what origin the name is from?
Let's see.
If I had to give you a guess. I'll give you multiple choice.
It's European.
Okay.
Eastern European?
Bro, I don't know my geography.
Okay, give me multiple choice. Well, first tell me how he pronounces it. How he wrongfully pronounces it.
I think you said something like shit or something. Shoot, I can't remember. Well, this was like a week ago, and I didn't even.
Week ago.
Okay. So A, Czech Republican.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I just butchered that. B, let's say Belgium, and C, Italian.
Czech Republic?
Nope.
It's not Czech Republic?
No.
It's not Italian.
Yeah, it is.
It's Italian?
It's Italian. Can you believe it? I thought you would get that. Czech Republic was a good... I threw you off there. Yeah. But yes, my boy Shush
Probably has ancestors from...
Touche. But yes, my boy Shush getting that extra point to make it 28-27, and then them subbing up on defense. My man keeps balling out. But yeah, Terry, Airborne in this one. With 1 win, you win this game, you get to 2. Heartbreaking loss for them.
Yeah, 2 points after 1, eh?
Baby Maynard still having a big game regardless.
Hey, I think that Baby Maynard thing is catching up, huh?
Yeah, Kevin likes it too, eh? Baby Maynard. Maybe he'll get it on the back of his jersey next year.
Man, McSween even got 2 picks in this game.
Ballhawk. Cyclones get a win.
A big win against Phoenix. How do they lose to Revenants but then beat Phoenix?
That's Cyclones.
Well, Kevin threw 4 picks.
That'll help. Cyclones. But yeah, Cyclones going 1-1. Big win against Phoenix. Winning the game 24-18. I know that Johnny Manziel was a little bit shaken up in the first game. At least he was able to play second game, so he seemed to be okay. But yeah, our boy Saplisky getting 86 catches, a TD in that game.
86 catches? Wow.
Wow, 86 yards. He's good enough to get 86 catches in the game, though.
In the season, that's good.
No, maybe in the game. 9 catches, 86 yards, with 1 TD there. And like you said, Kevin throwing 4 interceptions.
Trivia time.
Yes.
Kevin's played 6 games.
Yeah.
Over under 14 touchdowns so far this season.
I assume it's under?
No, it's exactly 14.
You bugger, you tricked me.
And 15 interceptions, over under.
I'll say it's 18.
It's 14.
So it's 15-14?
No, it's 14-14.
14-14.
In 6 games.
And their record?
4-3.
Okay.
Cyclones are 3-5. Yannick threw 28 touchdowns. That's double the amount of touchdowns that Kevin thrown.
My gosh.
It's crazy.
That is.
He also 18 interceptions.
Talk about a false stat. So you're telling me he has double the touchdowns Kevin does, and he has a worse record?
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Kevin probably runs some in.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Or he doesn't, or his picks don't amount to points against.
Or he just takes a bunch of sacks.
Yeah, that too. I think he has a bunch of sacks, no?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Only 4 sacks against this year. Wow, that's really great.
That is impressive.
He had 18 and 22 the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Good job, Kevin.
Like you talked about, though, big win by Revenants. I picked the Cyclones. The quarterback play in this one wasn't great. Both quarterbacks going for 2 TDs, 4 interceptions. And game ball goes to Olivier Waitier. Hope I pronounced it correctly. When I quarterback for this team, he was one of the main receivers on the team that I would throw to. Strong hands, big guy. He got 3 picks in this game. 2 of them going for pick sixes. And last play of the game, Yannick is rolling out and thinks he has a receiver open in the end zone. Olivier says, no way, picks it off, returns it for a touchdown. That's game over. Game ball goes to him.
Wow. And
I also reffed a little bit of Drama Club, Pocket Rockets.
You reffed a little bit of it? You said I reffed a little bit of it.
Yeah, I reffed a little bit.
How did you ref just a little bit of it?
Well, because, like, my eyes are over here, my eyes are over there. No,
I
reffed the whole game, yes. I reffed the whole game. Drama Club, Pocket Rockets. What
happened there? Not surprising that Pocket Rockets won. Just I was expecting a closer game.
I wasn't, to be honest. It was late in the first half. Pocket Rockets were up 20-0. And
Pocket Rockets have Lambert Paquet too?
Yeah.
How do they fit the cap?
Don't ask me. And Drama Club deciding not to call timeouts was a little bit surprising. I just feel like Drama Club thought they were overmatched in this game and
didn't really care.
That was kind of the end of it. But yeah, Pocket Rockets doing Pocket Rocket.
Holy shit, Smo rushing 8 times for 2 yards? Trying to beat John's record there.
I believe he got sacked quite a few times.
Yeah.
5 times. Yeah, Pocket Rockets, another W.
So, any other team you saw?
Didn't see anything else. Was a little bit surprised to see Ben Lofat lose by 16 to Randoms.
Yeah.
Randoms are a good squad,
so
however.
Both Ben teams took the L's, this past weekend?
And both of them have been looking pretty good for the majority of the season.
Yeah. Division 5?
Let's go.
What'd you see?
So D5, I reffed one of the games.
Hey, Curran's back.
Curran is back.
Yeah.
He is back. I spoke to him on the sideline. Super happy to see him back.
Or?
No, not fully healed. He just kind of wants to play. Itching to get back out there. He told me, but I completely forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's playing not 100% healthy there.
Tell us about your games. Tell us about your games.
One is to get back on the field. Good to see him back. But yeah, Heisenberg coming away with the upset, 21-18 over Mimosa Group.
Big win.
Huge win for them.
Because Mimosa Crew needed that win, right? To solidify a playoff spot. Right now, Sour Peeps on the inside and Mimosa Crew outside looking in. Mm-hmm. Great game by Ian Carlo Herrera, who's really grasping this quarterback position. Right? This was a free agent team last season, who most of them had never played football before. Going 16 for 29, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Using his legs when he needed to, 8 attempts for 28 yards. Mm-hmm. Curran ran 7 times. I don't know how injured he is.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
We look at Heisenberg now, Terry, 2-6. Not in a great position, but saving their season with this W.
Completely agree with that. And their last 2 games are they have a game against Sour Peeps,
which is good because
winnable.
Yeah, exact. But also because they're battling Sour Peeps for a playoff spot.
Yeah, that could be the game for the last playoff spot.
Yep.
Mimosa Crew on their end have Last Calls Phoenix TD Hunters. They just lost by 6 against TD Hunters, and from what my understanding was a very physical game. Right.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, or? Oh
no, I just saw that. I just heard people saying that was a very intense and physical game.
It happens. It's like football, but it's still football at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But hopefully no one's okay. Everyone's okay.
Yeah, hopefully. Goldrick in that game, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, keeping that clean sheet. Kind of what the difference was in this game, right? Curran throwing 2 interceptions. He got more touchdowns than interceptions in this game, though. Mm-hmm. Going for over 150. Try pronouncing this name.
Oh, boy.
No, you're good with pronunciation.
Yeah, no, but you're going to make fun. Which one? Holy Gary. So 7 catches, 60 yards, 1 touchdown for Vinojan Ganaganaram.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you nailed that one.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
Well, that came out as if like you were reciting it before.
Well, there you go. I have a buddy. His name is Gopalo Garatnam. So I've been friends with him for a while. So maybe that helped you pronounce his name. But yeah, I told you, bro. I'm like literally the expert.
I'm really impressed.
Come on, dude.
Just not expecting that.
Don't be hating on me now. Come on now. But great game for him. 7 catches, 60 yards, 1 TD.
Goldrich caught a touchdown pass in this game, so I'm guessing that got deflected up and caught by him.
It was probably
Patrick
bad
Goldrich
scorekeeper. My boy Hallaby, 2 picks, 1 pick 6.
Yeah, feeling his impact back, because he was not there.
Yes, he missed last week. I think we're done with this game. I refed Phoenix and Misfits. This was a fun game. And this game...
How loud were Kevin and Mike?
How loud? Very. I mean, Kevin was... Lesniak was loud. Kevin was loud. So, long story short, what happened in this game is Phoenix was winning. Misfits get a TD to make it 25-24.
Kevin threw 0 picks?
Yeah, I know. And Lesniak throwing... If I would have told you there was 3 picks in this game...
I'd say all 3 from Kevin. Or at least 2.
Yeah, same. But yeah, Lesniak was mad at himself. There was like, times he was forcing the ball where it just wasn't there. He's got a heck of an arm, and I think that he was trusting it a little bit too much, if that makes sense. But Misfits get a touchdown, down 25-24. At this point, there is... Let's see. 36 seconds remaining in the game. Mm-hmm. Misfits will go for 2. I explained you the situation already. We had a new ref. I was line judge. Back of the end zone. Receiver makes a catch. What appears to be 2 feet in bounds. Initially, we call it out of bounds because I didn't have the line. We met discussion. We called the 2 points good. Kevin, just because you're a hater, a bunch of people saw the play and all 3 of them said it was in. My friends from Cyclone, so respect
if Kevin was saying it was out, he was probably in.
Yeah, and if he's saying he's in, he must have had like 8 feet in.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's like Kevin can't win. Right? If he's saying it's out, it's. But
how did Zach not get a pick in this game? He's averaging like 24 per
So
game.
what happened is Zach is going to be missing the entire playoffs for this team. And
so he didn't play defense?
No, he did play defense, but he got played short, and he plays deep most of the time.
Oh, because they were trying to get other
exactly.
safeties.
So yeah, Lesniak told me that look, we want to get other guys involved, playing the deep position, playing that deep cornerback position. So he didn't play all that much deep.
Okay.
But credit to Kevin. Well, he didn't keep his cool, but after yelling at me 6 or 7 times, he kept his cool, put a team on his back, and drove down the field and got a touchdown.
Was he wearing a bib?
To win the game. He was not wearing a bib. You like that comment, eh? No, he was not wearing his bib.
Funny.
He was bibless in this game, and he came out victorious. Big win
he
by
also
them.
rushed 12 times?
He must have got
3 less picks, right?
Yes, exactly. But shout out to Khalil, an absolute baller. He looks exactly like Dave Daou, first of all. Like, just looks.
Really?
Appearance. 10 catches, $124, 3 TDs. He's become Kevin's...
He's also leading the league in sacks.
Right, exactly. He's that dual threat player, as you call them, and a great receiver for this team, and a guy that Kevin relies on.
Nice. Great recap, Willie.
Yeah,
Proud
thank
of
you. Well,
doing better.
It's hard to get better when I was already here, but I guess I'm...
No, you got a lot of room to improve, don't worry.
One last thing. Unfortunately, we had an injury on Leila's calls. I didn't get a glimpse of who it was, but I believe there was a collision. The game ended early, and one of the players from Leila's calls had a big bump on her forehead. Hope she's doing well.
Oh, they just stopped the game because of that?
Yes, I believe the game stopped right there and then. Hope she's doing well.
Oh, there was like a minute and a half left.
Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, we're thinking about you. Hope to see you back soon. And, yeah, I think it was dealt with okay. Like, the refs decided to end the game there. So it was good stuff, good sportsmanship by the refs in both teams.
Anything else that caught your eye in Division 5?
Big win by Vultures in that game, right? Putting up 40 points.
Yeah.
I think the interesting part is we talked about the standings, Terry. And there still is a lot to play for. You look at, like, the top, let's say, 4 teams in this division, 7-1, 6-2, 5-3, 5-3, being Armadillos, Vultures, Misfits, and TD Hunters. They're sitting pretty.
I even include Phoenix in that thing.
Phoenix at 4-3. And then you have, for Cobra Kai, season's not over, but it's going to be tough for them to kind of make a run for it. And then from Leila's calls to Heisenberg, I think it gets interesting.
Well, the Cobra Kai have winnable games on their schedule, right? They're playing TD Hunters, maybe not really against the not Night Triangles. fighting Armadillos.
Yeah.
And then against Sour Peeps. So they could muster up 2 wins in those 3 games, right?
Right, exactly. I'm curious to see how Mosakru will play with Curran back now, sitting at 2-5. And
was Ryan still playing when Curran was there?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, with the Destiny in their hands. So the playoff push is going to be exciting in this division, as is in every division. But who do you think, if I'd ask you a question, grabs that 7 seed?
Who do I think grabs that 7 seed?
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be tight, eh? Like right now, Sour Peeps have 4 games, okay? They're 2-4. They've only been getting better. They're playing Phoenix, Vultures, Heisenberg, Cobra Kai. Those last 2 games are key for them.
Yeah.
Right? Those last 2 games are very winnable. And then they have the other 2 games before that to kind of get better for those 2 games.
Yeah.
They might get blown out in one of those 2 games, but they got to keep their heads high. Yeah. And if they have the right attitude, I see it being Sour Peeps.
I can agree with you. I was inclined to say Mosakru, but I do think that Sour Peeps wins their last 2 games of the season. A huge game this week. Week 9, right? Sour Peeps and... not Sour Peeps. My mistake. Sorry. Huge... forget what I just said. I completely butchered that up. But big games this week.
That's what I mean. The improvement. Yeah, have a lot of room to grow.
No one's perfect. But yeah, I think for Mosakru, you got Leilas Calls, Phoenix, TD Hunters. There's our 3 winnable games.
Mosakru has the tiebreaker over Sour Peeps, though, right?
That is true. That is true. It's going to be a fun
end of season
battle to the end with those teams.
Yeah.
Are we doing Brossard?
Do we have to?
I think so. Do it quick. Actually, did not check anything that happened in Brossard this week.
So just pick one game. We talk about that.
Alrighty, let's go. Wow, let's go. Okay, La Corde. Is that the name?
No, Le Congrès.
Le Congrès against Red Knot Skins. Congrès winning 33-19.
Crazy that they scored 33 points after only scoring 6 and
for real, and a huge win for them. Sorry, being bottom of the standings, beating one of the top teams.
Yes. Surprising performance by Mouse, winning 5 picks in this game, eh?
But like I said, Terry, this Congrès team is very athletic. They're very good.
Wow, Mouse has a lot of hardware in the Brossard, eh?
Yeah, really, eh?
So what stands out in this game?
I think for me, it's the 5 picks. Unfortunately, that Miles throws and Congrès defense.
Laurent Nadeau's shutout getting 3, and then William Rich getting 2.
Willie, like the name. 2 picks. It'll be cool. Now, if you pop up the standings in Brossard.
Great recap. Great recap.
Yeah, well, come on. But we got to do standings now, too. We got to talk about every team.
That one was huge for Congrès. Actually, their 2 wins on the day were huge because they were sitting at 3-3, now 5-3. I think we had even said that might be a team that we could see like maybe not making the playoffs last week, right?
Right.
And now maybe they didn't like the grade we gave them on the report card.
Picking it up.
Yeah. Crazy how the standings are close from 2 to 7, eh?
Yeah.
Did Loud play this weekend?
They did. They won. They had a
and
bunch
they're
of
still
subs,
on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
How do you know they got a bunch of subs?
They I spoke to Dave. That's a big win because imagine they lose that game to 28-3.
Yeah.
Right now they're battling 28-3, so coming within half a game.
I feel 23 lost 5 games in a row. How are they still in the playoffs?
That's a good question.
They lost 3 in a row. They were 4-1. Now they're 4-4. Dave told you that Loud had a lot of subs.
Yeah.
Good subs or bad subs?
No, I think good subs. But I actually don't know what subs they got, but it's.
Why don't you speak to Dave?
Dave St. Jean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dave St. Jean.
He wrote to you to recap the game?
Yeah. And
he threw a touchdown pass in this game.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Jack of all trades. I think with this team, look, Terry, once they have their full roster and they have guys there and they don't need subs, this team's very good. Still getting the win without their main players, impressive.
Yeah, but I'm sure they had good subs for them. What else did they tell you about the game?
That was it?
Just lots of subs.
Yep.
How did the other Dave play?
Gutkowski?
Yeah.
Did you pull up the stats?
Yeah, they're not there.
I have no clue. Probably not that great considering they scored 12 points.
Is that it for Brossard?
Looks like he threw 3 picks. Yep, that's it for Brossard.
What's next?
We can do our picks. Or do that. We can do our picks.
You want to do our picks?
Yeah, let's do our picks.
Okay.
Let's go speed round.
Okay. Holy Trollers League will cook.
Joff and I made a bet. We bet McDonald's. Joff was supposed to be on the show this week. Unfortunately, it did not work out. He's picking Gokuk. I'm picking Holy Trollers. Give me Holy Trollers. Holy Trollers. I want my McDonald's. Come on.
He's picking Gokuk. You're playing Holy Trollers?
Yep. We bet McDonald's straight up.
Well, how did the bet come about, though?
We were talking about... Joff was saying what he needs to happen for Outlaws. And I was saying what needs to happen for Iron Wolves. And for Outlaws, it's good if Holy Trollers win, and vice versa for Outlaws. If Outlaws win and Holy Trollers lose, they're in a good spot. Yeah. So I need Trollers to win. He needs Go Cuck to win. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm pretty sure Trollers will be able to win that one. He says, no, I'm picking Go Cuck.
They haven't played yet this season, and guess what? They're playing back-to-back.
MFL?
I'm going Trollers.
Alrighty.
Yep. Arnold's Outlaws.
Are you allowed to pick these games? I forget. So what? You're not allowed to pick Thunder Buddies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me Outlaws. By like 30.
Next up, Div 2. Red Raiders, Marvels. Ooh.
I'm going Marvels. Marvels have Red Raiders' number.
You know what, Terry? I've been burned before. I don't want to get burned again. Give me Red Raiders. I need to have reasons to pick Marvels. And unfortunately this season they have not given me reasons to pick them. I'm going Red Raiders.
Okay. Jagerbomb Spritz.
Give me some of that Jager.
Same. Jagerbomb Tannant. In the back-to-back. Well, they have a decent break in between.
Give me Jager going 2-0.
Yeah, same. Nice Cities, Thunder Buddies.
Can't pick it. Neither of us can. Should be a fun game.
Chiefs Invictus. I'm going to go Master Chiefs, bounce back.
That's cool.
Closer than people would think. Idaho Double Dippers. It's going to be a lot of this game.
It's going to be a good game. I don't know what to do.
Idaho.
I'm going Idaho.
Bin Panache. Bin. Iron Wolves are going to get saucy, but they're going to win the game against raw sauce.
So they're going to sauce raw sauce?
Yeah.
So you don't think they're going to get raw sauced?
No, they're going to cook that raw sauce. It won't be raw no more.
I got to go with the Wolves.
D4. Mustard Tigers Drama Club.
Oh, wow.
Important game for both of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the experience. Give me Mustard Tigers.
It's very rare I pick Drama Club, and I will not pick them in this game. Give me Mustard Tigers.
Airborne Bin Low Fat.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Give me Airborne. Second win of the season.
Bin Low Fat. Revenants. Randoms. Wait, pause. Since we want to do our picks on there, you're writing down my picks, eh?
Huh?
You're writing down my picks.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. But we can't change them.
Yeah, that's why you're writing them down.
Okay, fair.
Randoms. Revenants.
I'm going to go randoms.
Yeah, same. Randoms should win this game. Idaho Pocket Rockets.
I'm going to go with a very close game in this one. Give me 33-27 for the Rockets.
30-27. I say 40-20 for the Rockets.
Damn.
Randoms. Phoenix.
Give me the randoms going 2-0.
I got Phoenix in this one again. I think they played recently, right? And you had picked randoms. I picked Phoenix. Phoenix won 20-14.
You know what they say? It's hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah. No, they say it's hard to beat a team 3 times, no?
Well, I just made that up then.
Is that the last one in D4?
Yep.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
D5.
Last calls. Mimosa Crew. Give me...
Last calls.
Yeah, give me calls.
An OT.
Yeah?
Yeah, an OT.
Nice.
Phoenix Sour Peeps.
Phoenix,
but Kevin throws more picks than just laying this game.
Agreed. I like what I saw out of the Phoenix defense.
I said Kevin throws more picks, and you said I like what you saw from the Phoenix defense.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're going to get picks.
So it's unrelated, right?
No, it's very related. That's why I'm picking them to win.
No, but the fact that I said Kevin's throwing more picks than just laying.
Oh, yeah, not to what you said. Yeah, I don't really listen to what you say.
Sour Peeps Vultures.
Give me them Vultures.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you don't like the Vultures?
No, because I feel bad for Sour Peeps, man. They're playing well, but they have 2 hard games this weekend. Like,
Trust.
It would have been nicer to them have not to face a top opponent. Like Phoenix and Vultures are both really tough. It's a tough back-to-back, right?
Mad facts.
That's what I meant by unfortunately. I like Vultures. I like the guys. But yeah, they should win this one fairly easily. Unless they come in too confident.
Maybe they did against Armadillos.
Yeah. Cobra Kai TD Hunters.
Give me them Hunters.
Yeah, they're going to hunt some TDs. Fighting Armadillos Heisenberg.
Armadillos.
Yeah, in a not-so-close game.
Agreed.
Let's do Brossard just because...
yeah, good call. Good call.
Hopefully... But they're going to see the Brossard section. I'm going to look at the picks after, right?
No, just do... You have to write Brossard picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. So we got to give the kids a little something.
Old school Red Knot Skins.
Give me some old school.
I got Red Knot Skins.
Yeah?
Yep. Miles going to bounce back.
Okay.
Ravens KOB.
KOB.
By a lot. Typhoons Le Congrès.
Give me Le Congrès winning again.
Same. Buccaneers Loud was a tough one, because you like both teams, huh?
I'm going to bank on Loud having their full roster in this game, and I'm picking Loud.
You're not picking your boys?
30. They're both my boys. That's why I'm going to say game going to overtime. That's what I usually do when I have both teams are my boys. I'm going 34-33 low.
Back-to-back OT losses for Buccaneers.
In OT.
If this game goes in OT, I think Buccaneers win it. Prior to last week, I would have picked them, but they only scored 6 points against Le Congrès. I got to go with Loud in this one.
Fair.
Is that it?
BPs.
Yeah, BBs.
BPs.
Yeah,
bowl predictions.
Yeah.
I already have my bowl predictions. So I'll buy some time for you because I know it takes you a while to think of your bowl predictions. We had talked about our boy Michael Halevy.
Yeah.
And that he's been the heart and soul for this team. My bold prediction for this week is that, look at my hair, in the TD Hunters Cobra Kai game, Halevy gets 5 interceptions.
5 interceptions?
5 picks.
No. Cobra Kai's are going to take the notes we gave them in their mid-season report card, and they're not going to throw more than 2 picks in that game.
Well, they haven't really seemed to be taking notes.
Okay, pick a division for me.
Div 2. Okay. Because I'm going to go Div 3.
You already made your bold prediction.
I'm making a second one.
Okay, 4 games in Div 2, 2 are going to OT.
Which 2?
Up to you to decide.
No, it's not my bold prediction. It's your bold prediction. I kind of always do your dirty work.
It's making it too bold if I do that.
Too bold? But you know how soft that sounds?
I mean, I'm already saying 2 games are going to overtime out of 4. When 2 all season going to overtime.
And for your bold predictions, that's not too bad.
I'll say Jagerbomb Tannant and Red Raiders Marvels.
Say it again?
Jagerbomb Tannant, Red Raiders Marvels.
Alrighty. I'm going to go with the Idaho Utapimps Double Dippers game. And I'm going to say that in this game,
I got one for that game.
Both quarterbacks throw at least 7 touchdowns.
No. I say one quarterback double dips on the other and scores double the touchdowns on the other one.
Is 2-1 considered double?
Is 2...
No, obviously it is considered double, but like...
1 sec.
Oh. Siri had something to say about that?
Preach. She's like, hold up. Wait a minute. 2... But, 2, like, okay... Like, if Leon throws 2 and Brady throws 1...
It's still a double.
Yeah.
It's a horrible performance by both of them.
Yeah. What's double of 0, though?
You should know this.
No, I know it's 0, but, like, what happened?
Well, then you both saw 0.
So my prediction was much better than yours. What did I say? I said 7 touchdowns at least each quarterback.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You say one quarterback throws...
Double Dippers played well last week. They're going to not play well this week.
It's a matter of mathematics.
That's it for today?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
There was definitely something I wanted to say, but I forget.
Go ahead.
Are you going to be there this week?
I don't know. We'll find out on Saturday.
Alrighty. Saturday... Back... do we know when we're going to go back to LeBaron? Like, that's, like, completely scratched
For the playoffs.
Like, for real, for real?
Yeah, we have to be there. We do not have Arthur Terry in the playoffs.
Okay, so, like, we have no choice.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to try to stay at Arthur Terry until the playoffs to have LeBaron as nice as possible during the playoffs.
Bless up.
Hopefully it won't be so bad because, like, we won't have 4 fields running in the playoffs, so we could alternate the fields.
Yeah.
And it'll be a good playoff experience.
Awesome. Nice. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
To you and to yours. As we record this, it is Thanksgiving, Monday. Very thankful to have MFL in my life. It's a very good thing. Very good people for the most part. Alright, folks, that's it for this episode of MFL Total Access. Thank you for listening. Be back same place, same time next week.
Be safe. See you guys on Saturday, maybe.